Imagine this, hundreds of drones tearing through the sky like a swarm of angry hornets. No pilots, no remote control, just pure AI thinking, learning, and killing in real time. These aren't your average flying toys. These are fully autonomous death machines built to hunt, outsmart, and destroy without hesitation. It sounds like something straight out of Terminator, right? Well, guess what? It's not the future anymore. It's happening right now. The battlefield just went digital, and the rules of war are being rewritten as we speak. What the hell are drone swarms? Let's get one thing straight. A drone swarm isn't just a bunch of flying bots buzzing around. Think of it as one single living organism, made of hundreds, even thousands of machines. Each drone talks to the others, syncing data in milliseconds. They move like they share a single brain. There's no central control, no joystick. The swarm is the commander. These bad boys can scout, jam radars, launch precision strikes, and even shield larger aircraft from incoming missiles. In a sense, they're rewriting air dominance as we know it. The US military, China's PLA, and Russia's defense labs are all in a no-holds-barred race to make these things smarter, faster, and deadlier. Right now, Pentagon's DARPA is experimenting with gremlins, drones that can be launched mid-air from a C-130 and recovered back into it. China's working on the Feihong series, flocks of AI drones capable of navigating mountains without GPS. And Russia, they've been testing swarms that can fly low, jam communication, and overwhelm enemy radar in seconds. This isn't sci-fi, it's a revolution. A single swarm can do what a squadron of jets did 10 years ago. The only difference? These things don't eat, don't sleep, and don't hesitate. How AI takes over the battlefield. Once you hit go, there's no turning back. The AI inside a drone swarm isn't waiting for a human to tell it what to do. It's already calculating. Targets, trajectories, wind speed, infrared signatures. Everything's processed in microseconds. It identifies the target, allocates drones for attack, plans the route, and strikes, all before a human soldier can even blink. This level of automation means wars could soon run on algorithms instead of orders. The drone doesn't feel fear, guilt, or fatigue, it just follows data. It's cold, efficient, and terrifyingly precise. Now picture this. A swarm scanning a battlefield, spotting tanks, and assigning 10 drones per target. The rest act as distractions or decoys. They dive, they strike, they vanish. Coordinated chaos controlled by machine logic. It's the ultimate battlefield cheat code. And here's the scariest part. Once these systems are fully unleashed, human oversight becomes more an illusion than control. Why every superpower wants this? Here's where things get wild. The United States, China, and Russia are in a digital arms race unlike anything we've seen since the Cold War. For the US, drone swarms mean maintaining air superiority without risking pilot lives. The Pentagon's dream is simple: zero casualties, maximum precision. China, on the other hand, is going full throttle on AI warfare. Their Skyhawk and Feihong programs are testing huge formations that can adapt to wind, terrain, and even enemy jamming in real time. Russia learned the hard way in Ukraine. Cheap drones can wreck billion-dollar tanks. That lesson changed everything. Now they're developing autonomous strike swarms that can outsmart NATO defenses. Every superpower knows the math. Whoever wins the AI swarm race controls the battlefield, land, sea, and sky. That's why DARPA is investing millions into collaborative autonomy, tech that allows machines to think as one. It's not about who builds the biggest army anymore, it's about who builds the smartest.
Real-world tests you didn't hear about.
Back in 2023, the US Air Force quietly pulled off something insane. A C-130 cargo plane dropped 300 drones at once. They didn't just fly, they learned. They mapped terrain, identified mock targets, and executed simulated strikes with zero radio communication, pure AI coordination. Across the Pacific, China ran a demo showing 200 Feihong drones weaving through mountain valleys. The AI adapted mid-flight to wind shifts, cliffs, and obstacles, just like birds. And that's no stunt, that's combat rehearsal. Meanwhile, in Russia, test footage leaked of Molniya drones working in packs. One acts as a scout, another as a bait, and a third hits the target. It's like a pack of wolves, except every wolf is a flying robot with missiles. These trials aren't classified anymore because governments want the world to see. It's psychological warfare. We've got this tech, don't mess with us.
Human control is fading. Here's the real nightmare fuel. Once AI gets the authority to decide who lives and who dies, what happens when it makes a mistake? If a drone swarm misidentifies a school bus as a military convoy, who's responsible? The operator, the coder, or the algorithm? The Pentagon says it'll always keep a human in the loop, but experts are warning that loop is shrinking fast. In high-speed combat, there's no time for human judgment. Machines make millions of calculations in seconds. We can't even process what's happening. And when that happens, control becomes a myth. This isn't about whether we can make killer AI. It's about whether we should. But you and I both know the answer. Once the tech exists, someone's gonna use it. Countermeasures and the race to jam the swarm. Of course, every new weapon creates its own counter. Countries are now scrambling to build drone jammers, EMP cannons, and even anti-AI viruses to confuse or hijack enemy swarms. Imagine a battlefield where drone swarms fight other drone swarms, digital dogfights happening faster than any human can see, algorithms clashing mid-air, hacking each other's comms, feeding false data, spoofing radar signals, pure chaos in the sky. And it's already starting. The U.S. Navy is developing ghost fleet tech, autonomous warships that deploy counter swarms. Meanwhile, Israel's Iron Beam and Russia's Periswet laser systems are training to shoot down drone clusters before they reach target zones. Future wars won't be fought by humans charging across trenches. They'll be fought by code and current, AI versus AI, machine versus machine. And the scary part? The faster AI gets, the less we understand it. The global power shift.
Here's the twist nobody's ready for. AI swarms don't care about borders or budgets. A superpower might spend billions on stealth jets, but a smaller nation can just build 10,000 cheap autonomous drones, and boom, instant power balance. The battlefield of tomorrow won't be ruled by military muscle. It'll be ruled by whoever's got the best coders and the fastest processors. That's a terrifying reality for traditional powers like the US, because it means a group of engineers in a garage could potentially disrupt global military order. AI warfare makes power portable. All you need is access to data, algorithms, and connectivity. The next military superpower could be anyone with brains and bandwidth. The dawn of the machine era. So here we are, standing at the edge of a new era. The line between man and machine is officially gone. Drones don't just obey, they evolve. They learn, they adapt, they strike. They're not weapons anymore. They're digital warriors, soldiers made of silicon and code. And somewhere in a secret lab, a swarm is already practicing the next war, silently, endlessly, waiting for the command that'll never need to be spoken. Because now, the future doesn't need permission to strike.
If you enjoy this video, like, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell icon.